to Season 10 of The Last Refuge. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, and with me, I have...
Astira.
Hit.
Bria.
And Flick.
So you can see we're all together in studio. We're here. We're in person. Taryn only lives 6.6 miles from where we are right now, but LA traffic is so bad that she just couldn't make it. So she'll be joining us virtually for this season. But here we are. We made it. Wait, I wrote a thing. Here we go. For the last 5.5 years, 3 years in game, our adventurers have lived and laughed, loved and lost, fought and struggled to make a place for themselves in the Last Refuge. And after all they've accomplished, after 14 grueling months of planning, B-Day. I'll say it again.
No.
B-Day.
Embrace B-Day.
Has finally arrived.
I refuse.
Yeah. No, I'm with Tara on that.
What will happen? Has all the planning and training and preparing been enough? Or is this calamity, which has ended civilization time and time again over the millennia, just too much? Let's find out. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
So we're not going to have I'm very sorry to tell you, we're not going to have full banter at the top of every episode.
How dare you?
I know.
Rude.
We have a lot to do and a little time to do it in. But this first episode is a little more time relaxed, so we can chat a little bit. How are we feeling? How many times have we all cried so far?
My tummy's nervous.
I think we all have nervous tummies and nervous bladders.
Yeah. Do we have a media rec to like settle us?
Oh. Do we?
No, we don't.
No,
Sorry.
I don't think so.
There are no media recs.
I feel like I had one like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, you and I were talking about the book I'm reading last
yeah.
night. I'm reading A Discovery of Witches.
There you go. Go check it out. That is our media rec. for
I'm
all
not
this week.
obsessed,
It's a
but
good one.
I'm enjoying.
There
Yeah.
you go. A lukewarm media rec to really start the season
I mean,
off right.
that feels.
It's
I was gonna say.
Final media wreck.
Final media wreck. It's so. It's all right. It's all right.
I mean, it's fine.
It's
Right?
fine. It's a solid, like, trashy fantasy read.
Great. We love that.
Yeah.
What else should we say? We're all here in Los Angeles. We are all in Los Angeles. We're here at an amazing studio, the Podcast Place, and we are so grateful to the folks here at Podcast Place. Shout out to Solomon for giving us this space, for
Beautiful.
producing for us. This is a dream come true for us for our last 10 episodes. So huge thank you to them. We'll have in all of the episode notes and at the end of the episode, we'll have links so that you all, particularly if you're in the LA area, can check them out for your podcasting needs because it's a good spot. It's a good spot.
Top
I'm
notch.
happy with it. Yeah. What else? We've got 10 episodes for you this season, probably. I mean, we'll see how things go. If they all die this episode, then we got one episode for you. It's fine. But we'll have about 10 episodes. We're going to be screening these live premieres on every Wednesday. And then we'll be dropping podcast audio as usual and then YouTube videos on Thursdays for this season. So that's the plan. You can come hang out with us when we premiere the videos live on my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/DMJazzyHands. The cast will be filtering in and out. Robert will be filtering in and out. So we'll be there in chat to hang out with you. But that's the plan for the season.
Oh, yeah. I think we should mention that Robert Huff is here with
Oh,
us
yeah.
as well.
Story consultant. He's off camera because he's shaking his head. He's like, I will not come on camera. You will see Robert in our very last episode of the season. So look forward to that. But he's just over there. Wave at Robert, everybody.
Hi, Robert.
Perfect. That was Robert's hand. Perfect. I love it. What else? Oh, the first episode is going to be a little funny. We are not going to be seeing these lovely. I know they introduce themselves as their characters, but actually in the first episode, as we'll see, these four are not going to be playing Bria, Bizdira, Kit, and Flick. But we'll actually should we go ahead?
Should we dive in?
Should we do it?
Is this it?
Oh my goodness.
Big splash.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you have that sound effect ready? You
No.
should have.
You should have had it.
Let's. I don't want to say dive.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, there it is. It took us
Go.
5.5 years.
Let's
to find
go.
Let's
a
go.
two-letter word.
It's true.
Or cue music. We haven't done a cue music in a while.
No, we're not doing a cue music because I don't know. No cue. Let's go.
Fine.
Let's go. Here we go. Today is the day of the summer solstice. Here is the news.
Ooh.
Sometime last night, the elements that have been plaguing the land stilled. The magma vents in the west went quiet and stopped spewing fire. The storms in the south ceased. The earthquakes in the east calmed, and the floods in the north receded. As the morning hours crept by, this station began to hear from listeners claiming the stories were wrong. That today wouldn't be a momentous day in our history. But it wasn't to be. As noon approached, we received reports of the moon being visible in the sky. Now, our meteorological experts were able to determine that both the sun and the moon would reach the highest point in the sky at the same time, causing what they termed an eclipse. This eclipse happened exactly as they said, blotting out the sun's light for what felt like hours on what is usually the longest day of the year. In the darkness, lights appeared, one on each of the outer islands, red from the west, blue from the north, green from the east, and yellow in the south. These beacons shot straight up into the sky, some reports say for several miles, before inexplicably turning sharply and heading directly for the heart of the world. Currently, 4 beams of light connect each of the outer island's arcane nodes to the heart. In the moments after the beacons appeared, this station began hearing from spellcasters around the world that ambient magic had become visible, tangible. Reports are spotty, but from what we can tell, it is now possible to see the threads of magic arcing through the air and to grab them and manipulate them as spells are cast to modify their effects. We're used to magic being a bit eccentric on the full moon, but what exactly this means for magic and how long it will last is yet to be determined. Here now, we go to the local reports. First, we go to the Western Island, where a group of Yuan-Ti have just left the city of Silfsin in an effort to reach the Arcanium and join the war effort. Let's take a look. So the 4 of you are some Yuan-Ti soldiers heading out from Silfsin. A few of your people have begun to trickle out over the last few days, heading for the Arcanium on the Western Island, realizing as the day gets closer that things are bad, and sitting this one out probably is not an option for them. You 4 have finally decided that you want to join them, and you've gone out. It is hot. It is smoky. The fires across the island are as controlled as the Guardians and the Kobolds and the Orcs have been able to keep them, but things are getting bad. So as you run across the land, you see chunks of the forest on fire. You dodge open magma vents and steam vents throughout the land. What are the 4 of you thinking as you make this mad dash to the Arcanium?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Don't you all love our new ruler, Bria?
No,
Is it-
no. You full nightmare, no.
Okay, I'll try again. I'm gonna open up one of my 18 bags of holding on my back and pull out
Swear.
22 magic items from
No,
each.
somebody else.
You did this, TM Jazzy.
No,
You
I
did
didn't.
this.
What did I do? No,
You allowed
false. False.
Wait.
Somebody else.
No, I have an idea.
I'm not there.
It's true. It's true.
I have an idea.
Okay, go.
I think there's going to be one Yuan-Ti kind of pulling up the rear.
Okay, sure.
And
Now
just
wait,
be
let
like-
me ask you.
Yeah.
With this Yuan-Ti, is it snake head, snake arms, or snake body?
Snakehead.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a little bit runtier than the others. And it's just going to be trying to like
Cute.
keep you up and be like, guys,
Oh.
why are we doing this again?
A snake-bodied who's actually
Okay.
leading, I think, the 4 of them
Sure,
through
sure.
and sort of and scouting and making
Mhm.
sure that we don't run into any humongous fires. We'll turn around and say, "Well, it seems that those trespassers maybe had something true about their story, and we must head to the center of the island."
But didn't they kill our leader?
He'll turn around and say, "Speak nothing of that day."
Okay. And you just see him like do a little lock thing in front of his lips.
And then,
And,
but
like,
then his tongue
but
comes
then,
out.
Yeah, the tongue comes out and he's just like
Yeah, perfect.
forks
Perfect.
at him.
Now, if I call on you, Bria, Taryn, are you going to behave? No, of course you're not. So much silence. Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I definitely want to just be arms.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed that you would be Snake Arms.
Arms.
And I think that this one is maybe really young, like really maybe like little, like a toddler. Can I be a toddler?
No, you cannot be a toddler.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, no, you cannot be a toddler. For
Okay.
reasons that will become clear in about 4 minutes.
Okay, fine. I'm the young. I'm like
You are barely out of adolescence. You have just hit adulthood.
perfect.
Great.
So I'm trying to be super cool.
Yeah.
And because we love magic items so much here, I think I don't have any. My family didn't have any
Oh.
when everything happened. So I've like painted stuff.
I love that.
That look like magic items, like lots of glitter or whatever.
Absolutely.
And whatever Flick's character's name is, I just repeat everything that they say because I think that they're, so it's very like, yes, we should not say anything about that day. It was not good. That was not a good day. We should not say anything about that day. And I maybe stand a little too close to them as well.
Yeah, that's what I think he'll turn around and say, "Very good one, young one. Yes, thank you. Yes,
Oh,
and
my
let's
name
proceed."
is 1-1.
1-1.
Sure.
Very good 1-1.
Sure.
Well, I think that the final Yuan-Ti, I think,
Yeah.
is also Snake Arms, and I think is a little bit of a contrarian, and I think kind of course looks at I guess Flick's character, Alex's character, and says, "Well, I don't know. I kind of think maybe things got a little bit better after they came. Like we weren't being mind manipulated all the time, and then they came, and now the world is falling apart. So I guess that they were telling the truth, and now it's a good thing that we're all going to the center of the island to help."
I love you. That's exactly what that reminded me of.
Stop it!
I just want to say,
Stop it.
if I had known that you all could do these voices 5 years ago, this would have been a very different show.
Well, you give us different characters, and we
Yeah,
gotta
it's true. And it comes.
slip in.
I love that. I love that.
The one that's questioning everything was like, having your own thoughts is really overrated, I think.
Okay, with that, I don't think we need to dig any deeper there.
Yeah, the leader just drops his head in defeat.
Yeah. As you drop your head, you look around and you see you've made it to about the halfway point to the Arcanium, and the marker that represents this halfway mark where you all have decided you can take a brief break is the Well of the Ancients. It's a small stone structure that your people have known has been around, since long before your history began. You gonna be okay over there, Alex?
I didn't think I was going to cry so early.
It's about to get worse.
Viewers.
So you're there with this ancient stone structure that your people know to revere and to be very careful of since before their history began. And so you can take a brief break there. But as soon as you set up your little camp, as soon as you begin to make yourselves ready to take a short rest, I guess, the ground begins to shake. And you begin to feel it's hot. It's getting hotter. And the stones of the well begin to glow red. What do you do?
I think.
Consecrate the well.
Who knows a consecration ritual?
He's far, far away.
Yeah, truly. I think I'm gonna. Well, we're resting. I assume we're like laying about. I think
Yeah,
we
I
can
think
get
so.
everyone up very quickly and,
Yep.
and go to the edge of the clearing. Kind of get everybody away from the well.
Away from the well, yeah, absolutely. So as you sort of move everyone out to the sides, the ground beneath your feet begins to rise up. And eventually you find yourselves on the side, very close to the peak of this enormous volcano that begins to erupt from the well. And you can run, but the speed of the magma sliding down this newly formed volcano is too fast. And it catches the four of you. And hopefully, one day, someone will find those remains and remember that up until the very end, the people of Silfson realized that participating in this war was worth their lives because it's the end of the world.
Damn you.
This-
We were just laughing and having
we just
fun
created
and
these
all that.
characters and we just got so
You
attached to them.
stole
And
them
there are
from us.
these tears in our eyes. How dare you do this to us?
I'm very sorry, folks, but it seems we've lost contact with the Western Island. Our hearts go out to all of those in the blast radius of that volcano. Let's go now to the Southern Island, where we're receiving reports of enormous twisters decimating population centers across the island. Let's take a look. We come to the outskirts of the central city on the central island, and we find an evacuation in progress. And we see 4 individuals leading the evacuation, trying their best to keep the crowds as orderly as possible as they run from the city gates, trying to escape the devastation behind them. In the center of the city, we can see an enormous swirling storm growing, and there are 2 or 3 gigantic tornadoes zipping about the cities, picking up buildings and tossing them far further than any normal tornado should be able to. Now, the 4 evacuation agents that we see here are a barista from Fantasy Sbucks, where the glorp was poured that Bizdira ultimately drank. We see a ticket taker from the Arcania Museum. We see that elf who was looking through the viewfinders on the roof of the Arcania Museum when you all first spotted the sky aboleths from there. And we see the gate guard who welcomed you all in Esperanto that first time that you arrived here in the city of the Southern Island. So you all decide who of you is whom, but there are crowds, frightened, terrified crowds running, and it is your job to keep things as orderly as possible.
If I remember correctly, Alex did practice some Esperanto.
Oh, practice is a strong word.
Chubibon Fartas? Was that good? Anybody got Google Translate up?
Perfect.
Are we all right?
Wait.
Oh,
I have
oh, you do. Okay, I'm ready.
Estas Trodan Vento. Goody.
So sorry, that was wild. What did you say?
Do you want to read
You
it?
said it's too damn windy. Run! That's very good. That's very good. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the people are certainly running, but you realize right now that the crowd has begun to sort of bottleneck at the gate door, at the gate in the wall around the city. And the problem is that as the crowd presses up against them, some people are actually being pushed to the sides and crushed against the walls. What do you do?
Oh,
Who are you, first of all?
well, I've got
Which
to
one
be
are you?
the one who greeted us.
Okay,
I think that's
great. And which one
appropriate.
were you?
I'm going to be the barista.
Of course you are. It's all her fault.
I guess I'm the elf. I've got a telescope. I'm looking out, and I alert
Very
the
good.
others. I say, "Oh no, people are being crushed! Somebody do something!
Wait
Not
a minute.
me!"
I didn't realize that the newscaster was here.
Listen, I'm very easily influenced, so
Sure, fair enough. Fair enough.
but in Esperanto.
yes, everything is definitely said in Esperanto,
Oh,
and I
for
for
sure.
sure learned how to speak Esperanto before right now.
Right now. Okay, yeah, so you're calling out and seeing that it's all there.
So the gate is open or closed?
The gate is open, so the
Okay.
people who are able to get through the gate can, but the crowd is so big that it's sort of smushed out, and there are some people just to the sides of the gate.
I
that are
mean,
being-
panic mode. I think
Good.
We're gonna start
The evacuation
lifting people
leaders in
up
panic mode.
over. I know. We're gonna start pushing people up over the wall. I think start making like their way up.
Oh, so
Or
helping
can we
them.
break it? Can we break
Can
it?
we start breaking down like where the gate is?
I want to remind you all that currently you have commoner stat blocks, so like you can try.
What does that make our strength modifier?
+0, which is, to be fair, better than some of your actual characters.
Better than
The barista thinking the only thing that they can do is try to distract people. Is gonna start
Sure.
is gonna start screaming out, Senpaga Glorp! Senpaga Glorp!
I love that Lydia continues to translate, and I'm here for it. You can have an inspiration if you don't have it already.
Yes!
What did you say?
I said free Glorp.
Free
That's gonna
glorp.
that's gonna make
Wait.
this worse.
Wait a
Well,
second.
no, it's gonna be like, because what she's trying to do is trying to be like, it's like free coffee. Like, come
Speaking
come
of.
this way and get some free coffee to try to
Oh.
get people out of that
to
way.
be very clear, it is the end of the world. You are evacuating a very dangerous situation, and the way that you're going to get the people to do what you want is by offering them free coffee.
Everybody loves free stuff.
That's true.
If it's
You know,
for
I
free,
can't
Everybody
argue with that.
fucking loves
I
free
really
stuff.
can't argue with that. I really
Listen,
cannot.
Can I? In the meta right now,
Mhm.
it is Black Friday, and we know people are getting trampled today shopping. So
Okay,
people
we got
love some
real and
free
dark.
stuff.
You
All right,
stop
uh,
talking and roll me a charisma check. Just roll a d20 as a +0. Were you going to say something, Bria or Taryn? Whatever.
I'm the ticket checker. Is that correct?
I
Believe
believe
so.
that is true. Yes.
Okay, so then I'm probably pretty good at keeping people organized.
Sure.
And in line.
Okay.
And I'm extra connected to the Allglorp, so I'm gonna try to connect to
she's
the
decided just
Allglorp.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to connect to the Allglorp to see if I can get everyone to be more orderly. Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, I think it is because again, we know
Smart.
most, if not all, of these people are glorp entities. So,
Yeah.
what did you get?
I rolled an 18.
Incredible. Okay,
Nice.
so the free stuff distracts them long enough that Bria, I will give you advantage on a wisdom check, again +0, to connect with the Allglorp hive mind here to get these folks a little more orderly. Oh boy.
I rolled a 7 and a 1.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Allglorp is busy.
So, well, no, it's worse than that. So,
no.
tell me, Bria, what emotions is your like? You're trying to be very calm, but like, what's bubbling up?
Maybe I'm one of the people that's being smashed.
Oh, good,
Um,
yes,
And so trying to stay calm and trying to keep people calm,
yeah,
but it's just not happening because I'm having trouble.
yes, absolutely. And so, in that moment, what you do manage to pass to the whole group is this sort of paralyzing terror all of a sudden. And so there is this moment of quiet. And then there is a sound, this whistling wind, but there's something heavier in it. And the group as a whole, connected as they are in that moment, turns and sees that one of the tornadoes has begun to approach, and carrying inside of it is the apartment building that Hush lived in. The top several floors of the building have been snapped off, and you can see it spiraling around the exterior of the tornado, and it is coming straight for the wall. What do you do?
Gertie.
Gertie. We know that means run now.
Run.
I think this glorp person is going to discorporate and just go into a puddle.
Nice.
Give up.
Okay, so just give up.
Give up.
Which one were you?
The
The guard. Oh
yeah.
my god, the gate guard. The one who is literally trained
literally
for
said,
this.
"Hello," like welcomed us to the city. Yeah, just
Done.
Okay, I feel like that causes a bit more panic.
Probably.
Because the one in charge is just giving up. Anybody else?
I throw away my telescope and start running.
Climbing over.
Cli-
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I am climbing. I'm climbing over other people.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anything else? Just get out.
Running,
Yeah.
Cody,
Yeah.
Cody.
yelling, Gertie, as I'm
So
running,
mad.
trying to dive over off everybody else.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me have you all roll d20s. I would tell you what the check is, but it doesn't matter. It's +0. Bizdeer.
5.
God, Flick.
That's a 9.
Kit.
6.
Jeez and Pete, y'all. Bria.
I crit.
Okay, then.
So,
First
okay.
In a
the
twist of
game.
events.
So the Arcanium ticket taker just like remembers a time that there was a new exhibit and there was a run on the museum, and just climbs. You climb up this wall, this enormous wall. You throw yourself over the other side and run for the forest. You are the only one left when you turn and look, and the apartment building has crushed the wall and the gate and everyone who wasn't several yards away from the gate in any direction. Another grisly scene, listeners. We do apologize. Unfortunately, it seems now we have also lost contact with the southern island. A dark day indeed. But let's head to the north, where things seem to be somewhat less dire. So we head to the northern island, and we see a frozen wasteland. It is different than last time. Last time, the northern island froze over because a portal to Cania had been opened. So there was snow, and there was ice, and there were winds. This looks like the entire island was just flooded. And before the floodwaters could recede, it flash froze. It's a little day after before tomorrow yesterday. Was that
Day after tomorrow.
that one? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, Jake. There is an enormous tidal wave that is taller than the mountains that you all had to cross to get to the center and to the northern Arcanium, that is just frozen, looming over the southeastern side of the island and blocking out any sunlight once the day gets a little further on. We zoom in on the four of you who are seated, or, well, I won't presume to tell you how you are, but the four of you, and you are four ice devils, having the best vacation day you've had since you were brought here to the Last Refuge world from Cania. What you doing?
Skiing down the frozen tidal wave.
Yes. Tell me more about your skis. Are they like, what are they made at? Like, are they like just frozen
Ice.
water that you like grabbed, or
Ice on ice.
Water
Oh,
weird.
Yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, it's pieces of the frozen water weird that I've strapped to my feet
That's so dark.
using
They're
the
devils.
laundry I found in the towns that we decimated.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Listen, get dark, y'all. You're having a good day, but you are lawful evil characters. I love that. I'm looking up right now an Ice Devil's dexterity score, but we roll a d20 and I'll tell you what to add to it as you ski down this tidal wave.
Everybody?
No, right. Well, anybody who's skiing. So right now, just Kit. What'd you get?
An 11.
An 11, and dexterity's +2, so it's a 13. So it's not the greatest, ski surf ever, but like you get down and you're having a good time with it, and yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't love a good ski day? It's not about doing good.
Exactly.
It's about having fun.
Exactly. And
about
I
having
am
fun.
having fun. I've got
Yes.
the wind in my devil hair. It's great.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I think this devil is actually capitalizing on the situation, and I think they have started a snow cone business. So finding different flavors. Maybe there's like a grass flavor. Maybe there's like a pine flavor. Maybe there's whatever he can find underneath.
There's
Blood.
also thank you. There's like a
ice.
flesh flavored, right?
A flesh flavor, yes.
yeah.
A water weird flavor, maybe. I don't know.
which is
Who's to
just
say?
Water.
ice, but yeah, exactly. But you don't tell them that, right?
Snow
It's the special
cones.
of the day.
Get your snow
Ooh.
cones over here.
I gotta tell you, Ice Devil, not Flick, you
Uh-huh.
have a line.
A line of
Oh,
devils.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're doing well.
Oh yeah.
The business is
And I will
booming.
say, even some of the lesser devils that are not ice devils, are coming to, they're all shivering, right? Like, it's not a great situation, but they want to try your snow cones.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're the best. They're the best on the
Absolutely.
island.
What do they cost? How much do they? I mean, you don't have to tell me a number, but a lot, a little. You gouging
We've been
people?
avoiding
Yeah.
money in this
How dare you.
campaign the entire
I just want to know.
time.
I just want to know if
Now
you're gouging your people.
Absolutely, I am.
Great, just checking.
It
Who's
does.
next?
We're the only one on the island.
Literally, they have to be gouged.
You're right.
I-
Like, it's ice
It's
devil
actually,
blood.
actually skin payment.
It's a pound of flesh for,
Yeah.
for 5.
Ooh,
It's a deal.
Good. It better be a
It's a
big snow cone.
That's what I'm saying. It's a pound of flesh for 5.
It's reasonable.
Oh, there you go for 5. There you go. Yeah.
Reasonable size.
I know what mine is doing.
Oh, please tell me.
Mine has made a chair out of any. You remember the boar hag
Oh yeah.
pile? He's made a
Yes.
chair, like a lounge chair, out of the bones. And
Oh,
he's-
they're to be very clear. Those boar hags. Do you want the bones that they ate clean, or do you want fleshy fragments?
I mean, some fleshy fragments for the seat.
Oh, sure, to make it
right?
more comfy.
Right,
Sure.
to make it a little cushier.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
ice devils,
Oh
I
my
feel, are kind of spiny and probably need some cushion.
Sure.
So
Horrible.
he's leaned back at the bottom of the ski slope and just holds up a number yeah, that was good. All right.
What number?
I wrote
Oh, you
wrote
wrote
an 8.
You wrote an 8. Okay, great.
I wrote
Oh,
an
thank
8.
viewers, it's an
you.
8.
You got an 8
That's
for
pretty
that.
good.
I love that. I love that.
But that's what he's doing. And he's got a line of snow cones on the side too that he keeps dipping into once in a
So
while.
that means that you have how many chunks of flesh out of your body?
I gave you boar hag flesh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
we
that's
do
more
take
delicious.
Borhag.
I took some
Absolutely.
of the cushion out of my chair.
We take Borhag. We take, what are the other creatures on this island?
I mean,
Oh, the
That we're on this
Raven
island?
folk. They were
Raven
Raven
folk.
folk.
oh, yeah. Oh,
Um,
no. We see.
No.
No.
Okay, you
No,
can't go there.
no.
We only
No,
take
okay.
Borhag or Ice Devil.
Right.
Only Borhag or Ice Devil.
Oh, what
Nothing
about
else.
dragon? Like leftover dragon
That's
bits?
fine.
I feel like that's a lot.
That's
a
actually
great-
Dragon actually gets you
Prime.
2 for 1.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
prime
2 for
money
1.
right there.
All right.
Mhm.
Yes,
this,
it is.
This one has definitely taken like some of the scales and like designed stuff on the side of the chair with the scales.
Oh, sure.
So fancy.
Oh,
Wow.
he takes this
My
chair everywhere.
goodness.
He does not let
So,
Are
anyone
there-
so it's
sit in it.
breakable. Like you have to break it down.
Oh no, he just lugs it.
Oh, he
around.
just lugs it. Okay. I
Are
mean, I
there-
guess there's
Maybe
ice
wheels
everywhere.
on the bottom of it, or like
Yeah.
little skis to push
That makes
it.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, we do still have one more. Oh, do you want to put
Well,
something in
I
now?
want to ask
Oh,
if
yeah.
on this beach chair there are also those shiny beetle shells. Did you find some of those?
sure.
Oh, yeah,
I
maybe-
was going to suggest as well.
Maybe they found some and like, you know,
Bejeweled your.
put little horns, like shiny horns on
Yes.
the tops of the chair.
Yes. No. All right. Our fourth devil.
Well, what's interesting is they all kind of took parts of what I was thinking. I was thinking like we were in like a ski home, right? So I have built a little large like igloo
Oh, sure.
where we
You can actually
all
do that with
relax.
magic.
Perfect. So it's very large where we can all relax. There are more chairs there. I am actually drinking like cold ice. So I don't buy that crap. I'm way too good for that. but
Wait. Some social. We have to go back.
Yeah.
You're drinking what?
Cold ice.
Like an icy?
No, I think.
Like I am picturing like because when you're at like a ski chalet, is that what they call them?
Yes.
That you're drinking like hot coffee with maybe some alcohol in it. Whatever. So
So you
I am
just went for the
drinking just,
opposite.
like, ice.
I imagine-
Exactly.
I imagine your
Licking
ice
the
devil.
ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Got
I
it.
imagine your ice devil is like the baby Yoda meme where it's like she's, she's the little mug.
And I built like a little fireplace with ice in it. Like ice comes out of it. So when you
Oh.
come in, it's nice and toasty with ice.
Which is wild because there's ice literally everywhere.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Please.
Did your ice devil build a spa in the ski chalet?
Oh, and
Clearly.
if so, tell me more.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Walk-in
think that,
freezer.
you know,
Yeah.
like you have like a hot stone massage. It's like that, except we just put a blanket of ice over you. And the background music is like the sounds of flesh being ripped off of people.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
Screaming.
So relaxing.
Calming.
So-
Absolutely.
Yeah. And a drip of blood into like the oxygen bar thing. You can get like a drip of like fresh blood, you know?
This is horrifying.
Yeah.
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 I just want to say that my ice devil does have an appointment at the spa after
good.
skiing.
What services
Perfect.
did you reserve?
Absolutely a massage. You know, those
Yeah.
muscles, they're going to be tight after a long day of
Yeah.
skiing
Yeah.
Yeah.
down the frozen
Yeah.
tidal wave.
Now, to be
And
clear, is
we've
this
been
massa-
friends
oh,
for
go ahead.
years. So
Yeah.
you have discounted
Yeah.
service. Like you slide in, you slide straight in. I help you take your skis off, bring you in, get you the VIP treatment.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
so luxurious.
So luxurious.
Nothing better for sore muscles than some nice ice bath.
Inflammation, good for.
Yeah, it's good for the inflammation.
All right, well, hey, Ice Devil's on vacation. I've never had such fun in a frozen wasteland where flesh is currency.
You know?
God,
You
That's
all
just
did.
the type
That
of-
is
I know.
all you. Do not blame me.
I know. That's what makes me more sad.
All right.
We're fulfilling our roles, okay?
Well, that's
we're doing
true.
our jobs.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Anything else to add about your Ice Devils on vacation?
Get your snow cones here.
Oh my god. Well, I'm sure it couldn't have happened.
That was a 2. You suck.
Well, I'm sure it couldn't have happened to a nicer group of devils. Finally, listeners, we look in on the eastern island where earthquakes are making rescue efforts difficult. Let's have a look. We go to the east, and we see devastation across the surface, but then we go under. And we see the world below. We see the city, the 3-tiered city, in ruins. The levels have collapsed in places. Town Square in the central area where you all made your arguments to the people of the world below has completely collapsed. There are a couple of the magical elevators to the surface still functioning, one on either end of the city. And that's where we zoom in and where we find 4 citizens of the world below trying to get people on an elevator, get them up, bring it back down as quickly as possible to evacuate as many as they can. The surface isn't much safer, but at least there isn't a danger of the ceiling collapsing in on you when you're on the surface. We see the merchant that sold Flick his broom. We see the cafe owner where Liara and Bria had lunch, I think it was. We see one of the city council people who was there at the trial, and we see one of Stu's miners. And the 4 of them are trying their best, just as they were in the south, to keep things orderly and get folks on that elevator. What are you doing?
I imagine this shop owner, I mean, it's a magic shop, right? It's like not mundane magical items, but,
No, but I mean,
certainly
it's
common,
and
uncommon.
uncommon. Yeah, exactly.
And I imagine he's an artificer on the side. It's kind of like
Sure.
a side hustle for him.
Sure.
And so he's actually messing with the elevator, making sure that it stays functional. I think he's
love
making
that.
sure that it remains active for people to go up and down.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
try and evacuate.
Yes.
What?
Yes, Bria
Taryn?
Taryn.
I just assume that I'm the cafe person since.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
So I'm gonna stand in the center
Swear to
shouting,
God, if
"Free coffee!" What's
Right.
free coffee?
Everything has to go, right?
yeah,
like,
that's
you know,
fire sale or earth sale. All right,
earthquake sale. You know?
roll me a d20. It's a charisma check plus 0. We'll see how you do compared to the one in the south.
That's a 17.
Oh, and it was an 18 in the south. So weirdly, free shit works, y'all. Even in the worst time of times,
How
free
often
shit
do
works.
people take home
I
free
mean-
swag that they don't actually want?
At the end of the world?
You never know.
I mean,
Something,
all
a
the
piece
time.
of home.
I mean, all the time.
all
Yeah,
the
fair
time.
enough.
All the time.
Fair enough, I guess. Hi, mama.
If it's faux free, it's faux me.
is what the brew merchant says before turning back around to fix the elevator.
I can't breathe.
Y'all, this is a dark episode, and we are
That's
making
why
quite
we
light.
have to laugh. I mean,
Truly.
You have to laugh to keep from crying.
that's the
right.
one.
We've already cried once today.
Once. Go on, Karin.
So I imagine that the city council person is kind of standing near the elevator
Sure.
and like sort of trying to direct traffic, but also being like, but only if you want to. Make your own decisions, everybody. You can
Yes.
stay down here and
Perfect.
perish, or if you would like, you can form an orderly line to the elevator, which will lead you up. But there's no pressure. No pressure, everyone. Everyone do whatever makes you happy. I am not mandating anything.
This is therapy for Karin. This is therapy for Karin. What the trials put her through.
If it helps you process any of this, take inspiration from that. That was beautiful.
Listen, you know I already have
I
inspiration.
do. Oh my god, it's perfect. She's so mad. Do you all see how mad she is?
Fuming.
Amazing.
I am laughing. I'm smiling. There is joy. I am
There's
enjoying
anger behind your
it.
eyes. I can see it.
We haven't seen what you're doing. Who are you?
I'm one
You're
of
the miner.
Of
Yeah.
course, I'm the miner.
Yeah.
The miner is definitely, for sure, gonna have a pickaxe and say,
Oh, no.
Free shit! No, you heard the councilwoman. Line up properly, or I'm gonna get you. Someone's gonna get you. It's gonna be me, or it's gonna be the damn earthquakes. So line up properly, all right?
It is fascinating to learn that these miners are very intense.
I think I hear miner. I think dwarf. So I'm playing my dwarf. Listen, you looking up to everybody. Listen, you guys. I know you're all the way up there, but you gotta line up and you gotta be proper about this, because we gotta get out of here and no one's getting hurt.
You don't gotta do anything.
I was about to say.
Please do as you please.
The artificer is so stressed right now. There's a lot of people talking. I'm trying to focus on keeping this functional, and I don't know exactly what I'm doing with this piece of machinery, but I'm trying my best here.
Just make sure it keeps going up and down, okay?
I hear you.
They don't have to do that if they don't want
I
to.
think they get the
we
message.
need to get
We
out
have
of here.
2 cups of coffee
No, we
left.
don't.
2 cups of coffee left. Would anyone like some free coffee?
Oh, it's so good. I hate to ruin it.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh god.
Artificer Broom Merchant. The elevator is down, and it's loaded up. won't go up. And it looks like the third of the 4 city elevators has finally given up the ghost. And the truth is, there just isn't time to get across the city to get these people to the other elevator. And so as the sounds of collapsing rock and crumbling earth surround you all, there's not left to do but hope that the people that made it up there will remember and rebuild. And that those 4 weirdos who came and argued and changed everything will make it. We apologize for cutting the Eastern Report short, and at such a tense moment as well, but this station has just received news that something is happening in the heart of the world. It seems that the meeting point of the 4 colored beacons of light has begun to rise. Oh, yes, rise. I'm hearing there is a definite increase in topographical elevation. A significant portion of the island has increased in elevation. At the center, we're getting reports that an incredibly bright white light has begun to shine. There is definite seismic activity go on, and it's powerful enough to reach this station. Listeners, I am not sure how much longer we're going to be able to broadcast if this continues, but let me say that from all of us here at the station, it has been a true honor to... And as that roar rings out from the central island, from the heart of the world, heard in every corner of every island, that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Thanks so much for checking out this week's episode of The Last Refuge. Be sure to listen next week as we find out what happens next in the sequence of events at the end of the world. You can reach out to the TLR team by leaving us a podcast review still, or by dropping us a line on Twitter or Instagram at @DNDLastRefuge. That's at D, the letter N, D, Last Refuge. And if you've got more than 280 characters to say to us, you can, of course, email us at dndlastrefuge@gmail.com. Remember, you can catch the premieres of every episode this season live on Wednesdays at twitch.tv/DMJazzyHands. We're going to be playing those videos there, and myself and other various company members are going to be joining us in the chat every week to watch along with you. If you can't make the live premieres, of course, the videos will be up on YouTube on Thursdays, as will the podcast audio, which will drop as normal on our feed on Thursdays. As always, I want to thank Robert Hupp, my story consultant for this campaign, and of course, all of you for listening and watching and hanging out with us. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, and with me, I have...
Zira. Kid.
Bria.
And Flick.
Happy gaming, y'all.